Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is D-Man coming back at it again with another YouTube video, and today we've got our Team of the Week predictions. Now, this is going out around 10 o'clock tomorrow, 10 o'clock tomorrow, but you guys should be seeing this 10 o'clock on Monday morning. So I should, if not already, probably a few minutes after this video is out, I'll probably go ahead and post everything you need to know about the Autumn Blast promo. If I haven't already, we'll probably just go over, maybe we have Corey Davis on the team, I don't know just yet, but this is actually Sunday night. The time of me recording this video is Sunday night, so let's go ahead and get into this. So, 1969 season, we have Paul Krause here with a touchdown, 2 picks, 77 yards. Again, Paul Krause, the reason I picked him is because he is actually one of those guys that said to be coming to the game. Him and there are, about 4 other really old players. So, I mean, he could come to the Team of the Week promo, but I think he'll come in Legends promo. That's just one guy to look out for. He could get a card. Now, moving all the way up to 1987. Let's check through here. Who did I have? What was I looking at here? Oh, did I see Dickerson? Who was I looking at on here? Oh, yeah, Darrell Green here with 3 interceptions with 65 yards. That's 3 interceptions. I mean, Darrell Green could get this card. Another guy to look out for there. 1994. Moving along here, we've got Herman Moore with 2 touchdowns, 151 yards. Another guy that I might see getting a card in Team of the Week as a hero. And I believe that was it. Yeah, Herman Moore was the main guy I was looking at here. Where's he at? Right here. So Herman Moore there. That's who I was looking at right there with the 2 touchdown, 150-yard game. Next up, we've got the 1997 NFL season where we had... who was I looking at here? Isaac Bruce, who had 2 touchdowns, 233 yards. Very nice game. It did come in an L, but still, very good game from Isaac Bruce. Moving along here to 2002, where we had... Let's see, who did I see here? Jamal Lewis had a pretty good game. I could see him in the promo. Who else? Oh, Plaxico Burress. That's a pretty good Plaxico Burress. I could see him in this promo actually. And Isaac Bruce again with 3 touchdowns in 1 game. Yeah, Plaxico and Isaac Bruce here, both with 1 great game. Moving along to 2004, again, I'm looking for who did we come out last Team of the Week. Let's check that out. Who did we have last week for Team of the Week? But as we're going through here, another guy that I saw, Terrell Owens. Now, Terrell Owens most possibly could come in the Legends promo, but who knows? He could come in the Team of the Week. We'll just have to wait and see. But let's see. Who did we have last week? We had Matt Burke, who was a center, and we had James Harrison, who was an outside linebacker. So probably going to be looking for a defensive back, maybe a cornerback, maybe a D lineman, D tackle, someone like that. But I think I'm going with a cornerback. I think I made my decision earlier when I was looking over these players. But yeah, I think that was it. Just Terrell Owens there. Moving along to 2006. Where we had Julius Peppers. I don't think they'll go back-to-back outside linebackers. Who else did I see? Chad Johnson, which was interesting. I think I did this before Saturday, so Chad Johnson obviously just got that legend card. So maybe a Donald Driver, though, who had a 199-yard win with a touchdown, which is that's not bad at all. But yeah, I think I was mainly looking at Chad Johnson there, and he just got that release. Let's go ahead and X out of that one. Moving along to 2007 here, where we had Terrell Owens again with a 2-touchdown game. I think that's it. Just that Antonio Cromartie with 3 picks. We already saw him. So yeah, I think the only guy I was looking at here was Terrell Owens. So moving on to 2009, where we've got Moss here. Moss is not getting a Team of the Week card. Chad Johnson again. Why does it say? Oh, I said Chad Johnson. Chris Johnson. I was like, why does it say Tennessee? But obviously it's Chris Johnson there. 26 carries, 2 touchdowns, 132 yards. Again, I don't think he'll get a card. He's got to clear up that murder for hire stuff before he's going to be eligible to get a card. But we had Randy Moss there with 2 touchdowns. Brandon Marshall again. He had 2 touchdowns, 134 yards in a loss though. Mike Brown, 2 picks, 13 yards. That's okay. Probably just looking at CJ2K there. I swear every time I move to the 2009 season, I see Chris Johnson every time in this top 5 rushing category there. But moving along here to 2011, we had Gronk with a 2 touchdown game. He obviously got that LTD card early in the year. Fitzgerald there, maybe, probably not, because he'd be the LTD. But Chris Johnson again, 130 yards. DeMarco Murray with 135 yards and a touchdown. I would love to get a DeMarco Murray. We have so many running backs, but hey, why not one more? I believe I was just looking at CJ2K and DeMarco Murray. Ninkovich, actually, is not a bad pick here, who had 2 picks and a pick 6. Not a bad card to look at here, Rob Ninkovich. Could see him getting a card. He'd be, he'd fit the promo pretty well. 2012 now. Moving along here, we had Calvin with 207 yards and a touchdown and a loss. I think he's coming in the 50 though. Jimmy Graham, 2 touchdowns. We already saw a card from him. Tony Gonzalez here with 2 touchdowns as well. He already has a legend card. Again, we have AP. Once again, every week in and week out, we see an Adrian Peterson, but we did just see an LTD running back last week. So I don't think they'll give it to Adrian Peterson, but Chris Johnson here, a touchdown there. Marshawn Lynch, another guy that fits the promo pretty well. Then Arian Foster and Steven Jackson. Darius Butler with 2 picks, a pick 6. Tim Jennings, nothing much there in 2012. 2014 though, I think is my guy Marshawn Lynch. Look at that, 4 touchdowns. I think that seals the deal right there. We haven't had a running back in a while. Who was the last running back we had in the? Let's see. Let me check. Last running back we had. Oh, Corey Dillon. We had him a couple weeks ago. That's right. So I mean, Marshawn Lynch though, what a game. 4 touchdowns. And we haven't really seen a wide receiver that has topped that performance. So that's tough not to give it to Marshawn Lynch. I mean, that's just, I think I've got to go with Marshawn. I picked Marshawn before the video. I said that was going to be my final prediction, so I think I've got to stick with him. Even though we had a running back a couple weeks ago. Let's see. Let's check out this Seahawks team first, because what they've done in the past, how we had that Matt Burks, because, Adrian Peterson had the most rushing yards in NFL history. I want to see who was on that team. See if offensive linemen. See the offensive linemen on that team. Do they even show linemen on here? I don't think they even do. But what I like to do is I like to go to, that's how they got Matt Burke last week, like I said, with Adrian Peterson. We saw an Adrian Peterson. He didn't get the LTD, but Matt Burke got the card because, he was the offensive lineman that blocked for Adrian Peterson, who had that big-time game. So that's kind of what they look at, too. So I like to look at that. I see someone with, like, 4 touchdowns or a lot of yards. I like to look at the line as well, but we did just see a lineman. So I think Marshawn Lynch, he's just got to get that card with 4 touchdowns. I haven't seen a receiver with 3 touchdowns yet. We had a Rodgers here with 6 touchdowns, but he has the LTD card. I didn't see one quarterback I liked out of the promos, or out of the games I've looked at. So I think I'm gonna go with Marshawn Lynch for offense. But I'll be right back. Let me go ahead and filter these down a little more. So we'll get our final predictions right now. All right, guys, we are back with our final predictions here. So on defense, I think it was kind of not the obvious choice, but I mean, somewhat confident in my pick here with Darrell Green. with 3 picks and 65 yards. I mean, Darrell Greenfield, I feel like he fit the promo pretty well. There's no other big time, you know, a lot of sacks. There's not. Darrell Green was really the only guy I could find with, you know, 3 or more picks. There were no like big time, like 4 sacks in one game. You know, no names that I kind of knew that might get the card. So I just decided to go with Darrell Green here, who had 3 picks and 65 yards. So next up, I'm kind of in a pickle here with Isaac Bruce having 3 touchdowns. We haven't had a receiver in a while. And as you guys know, we had Marshawn Lynch here with 4 touchdowns, but we did just get a halfback in Clinton, or not Clinton, oh God. We got a running back 2 weeks ago, and Corey Dillon. I almost said Clinton Portis, but Corey Dillon 2 weeks ago. So I don't know if Marshawn Lynch will get this. It's just tough. It's a tough, you know, pick between Marshawn and then you got Isaac Bruce, and then also wanted to throw in Warren Moon here, who had 420 yards, a touchdown, a pick. You know, his quarterback rating is not good at all, but I mean, 420 yards, it's pretty impressive. They let him throw the ball, man. 57 passing, like he threw the ball 57 times, which is unheard of. 21-20, he did beat the New Orleans Saints in this game. The Vikings versus the Saints. Interesting. They could throw us a Warren Moon, but y'all probably like, D-Man. Minnesota, the Vikings have like 4 good quarterbacks. They would have Culpepper. They would have Randall Cunningham. They would have Favre. They would have, and now they would have Warren Moon. So I don't know if they'd give this to Warren Moon. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead. I would love a Warren Moon, but I don't think they'll give it to him. So let's go ahead and X that out. So it comes down to Marshawn Lynch and Isaac Bruce. So it's tough. I think we are going to get, I guess, the wide receiver last week. I'm gonna stay with my wide receiver pick here. Marshawn, I love you. 4 touchdowns is a fantastic game, but the way it's going right now with us getting a halfback a couple weeks ago, I don't think we'll get another halfback. So I'm going to go with Isaac Bruce here. So Isaac Bruce, 3 touchdowns, 163 yards, 10 catches in a win over the San Diego Chargers at the time. So my 2 picks, Darrell Green and Isaac Bruce. And I'm going to stick with my guy, Alvin Kamara, to get the player of the week. So yeah. That is going to do it. So my 3 picks are going to be Darrell Green, Isaac Bruce, and Alvin Kamara. The LTD, interesting. I wasn't even looking at that. We could get... Shoot, I didn't even look at that. Let me go ahead and look at that right quick. Alright, guys. I have no idea who the LTD is going to be. So, with that being said, I've got Darrell Green and Isaac Bruce as my 2 players. My predictions, my hero predictions. So, yeah, with that being said, guys... that'll do it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and hopefully we got some of these right. We went 50% last week. We got Josh Allen, and we got oh my goodness, James Harrison. So we got those 2. Other 2 we did not get right, but that's okay because I feel confident in these picks. So hopefully the LTD could be Clowney, but he doesn't have a power up. He had last year in week 10 he had a forced fumble and a touchdown. So who knows? We could see a Clowney, but I think they're saving him for the 50. So with that being said, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. And until next time, I'll see y'all